What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Hope that you're having a lovely day. Today, a lovely night, evening, afternoon, whatever it may be. Let's go ahead and listen to King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard. We're going to move on in their album Polygon Wonderland. We're going to listen to the next 3 tracks here because I was thoroughly informed to listen to these tracks at least, if not the whole album at once, at least in triplets, basically. So we're going to take the tracks Inner Cell, Loyalty, and Horology here. And I'm pretty sure Horology is the study probably of the sun, because Horus, Egyptian god of the sun. I think so. No, that's Ra. Horus is probably sky. Horoscopes? Got it. All right, so let's go. Let's give these tracks a listen. We'll talk about them afterwards. And let's go. Synths, just riding with the guitar and the bass. And I love how like the vocals are kind of like quotes. We're gonna let it go to the next song. Loyalty. Those hurt. Don't want to sit on that. I love the production on this song. What a smooth transition. This is Horology, by the way. That's tasty.
Once upon a time, there was a great dominion vale from inside and out, moved by a lone emperor among bringer of the infernal conjurer to Satan himself to try to abandon and set a demented figure ahead. Painless-looking thing, he was cold and terrible, long-winded one-eyed, between swollen temples he screamed.
Little squonks on the side.
Just like the blood was crushed, brushed away with thoughts on were found alive and left to roam without the skin caught and rested, blistering forever, not far to see, reminding those who think descent is a bridge across the sea, making the gravitation such of a family evaporated in the dark, stolen by the despot. A journey made over the west, having had his eyes gouged, left without the gift of sight to face his true destroyer. Across the land he walked with death, parading his arse wearing, polishing the castle walls. A twist of fate is my Sit down, weary traveler, I am not what you seek. Join me in a meal to hear of my repentance.
Okay, all right. So that's those three songs. Actually, that is a perfect kind of little trio right there. Actually, really good. Okay. Don't you feel like you went on some, I don't know what you call it. I forgot the name for it. But you know how like you take one of those, what is it called? Like a spirit walk, or I don't know. You're supposed to drink some some ancient liquid, walk into the woods and find yourself a spirit quest or something like that. I want to say it's a spirit walk. Like, isn't it called like spirit walking or something? I really do not remember. I don't know. But I think you guys know what I'm talking about. This sounded like you just took some sort of spiritual journey into the woods, and you took something before you went in the woods, and you're walking, you're walking, you're walking. You have one of those Goodman Brown situations where you stumble upon some ancient rite, some hallucinogenic psychosis, and there's figures dancing around a fire, and they're begging you and beckoning you in, and you celebrate with them, and yeah, I don't know. Now you're dancing around a fire shirtless, and you wake up in the morning and you're all alone. I don't know. Like, that's what the music, that's the vision it gives me. There's something deeply and interestingly like spiritual about it. Obviously, there's a lot of spiritual references and religious references in here. The vocals sound like some sort of whispery, behind your ear cult-like figure or people around you influencing. I really enjoy the balance between the guitar and the synth. We've mentioned it before, but especially that synth, it has a little bit of like, not a chip tuney sound, but more of like an analog arcadey is the best way I can describe it kind of sound, which I think is a really interesting mix. And even when you look at like the artwork for the album and everything, it seems ancient and ritualistic, but at the same time, kind of synthy, kind of vapor wavy. It has a certain aesthetic to it. So I think that the way that the band has brought not only, of course, the album artwork, but the music together in that way is just really, really cool. The drummer stays locked in on a very, very tight groove. And I like the way that they construct that groove because it's not necessarily a complicated groove in practice, but on paper, there's a very specific pattern that's being laid down, and the drummer's just locked into that with a few changes here and there. Once again, getting to the production of the album, which I really, really enjoy. Especially on the snare, you hear a lot of like that kind of crushed kind of sound on it, which I think just adds this really unique tone to the album that they've had going on throughout the whole thing. I just think that this is a really cool listen, and I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying it. And is it Spirit Walking I'm talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's get into some of these lyrics. I'm not at all sure what's happening. I think that in not Inner Cell, but in the next song here in Loyalty, I'm pretty sure that's basically like a power and the glory situation, like some sort of monarch, perhaps a deity, trying to hold on to his worshippers. Hence, loyalty. But at the end, what was the line at the end? I think he just kills them all. At the very end, he's saying, "Where's the loyalty? Where's the loyalty? No man, no problem." So you know how you get rid of a loyalty problem? Yeah, kill everybody. And then no man, no problem. Like a no woman, no cry. No man, no problem. So I think that's what's happening in loyalty. And I do think the line in the third verse, "What is these crimes of treason? I will fight this inquisition if I have to. I will not surrender if I'm backed into a corner. I will draw and quarter all the children just to prove I'm not a coward. I will put them on Judas' cradle and show them a God incarnate." So he's really gone mad with power, especially the Judas cradle. You don't want to sit on that. Do you remember that one YouTube series? It's old. Will It Blend or whatever? Don't breathe that. Judas cradle, don't sit on that. So I think that's what's going on in that particular track. Inner Cell, I gotta tell you, I have no idea, but there's a meeting going on between two people, or maybe more. There's something going on. I don't even know what's happening here. Meet with me in the dark of the street. There we'll start believing secretly utopia, freedom in the inner cell. Look for me with a beak, a cloak adorned, scents of leaves, a void between, foul stench of those above, whispering inner cell. Dance of the dead will descend on his head and extend to the family's hubris. From under the skin, the flesh has rotten, poison has spread through words unsaid. Anemic rule, now hear me say, our time has come, transcending us above the one to ego death. For now he sits inside the fire, oblivious that we will keep him in the spire, have found resolve, and our own crimes to commit in cold blood as he did his. There is a story happening. I'm honestly, genuinely not sure what's happening there. Moving on to the third track, Horology. It seems like it's kind of talking about the aftermath of this disposed monarch, this disposed God incarnate. Once upon a time, there was a great hermit dominion, veiled from inside and out, ruled by a lone eremite, bringer of an inferno, conduit to Satan himself, to Chort, Abaddon, and Set. So all these different gods and, once again, different beings. A demented figurehead, heinous-looking thing he was, cold and terrible, a long aquiline nose, between swelling temples with eyes green, a window to the ninth circle of hell. So it's not the best looking person. Seditious bands storm the bastion, alive with revenge. Grand intentions, unbeknownst, proto-martyrs. Got some cool words in here, by the way. What's a proto-martyr? Indoctrinated with impalement. Just like that, the plot was crushed, brushed away without a thought. Some were found alive, though left to roam without their skin, cauterized and blistering, reminding those who think descent is a bridge across the sea. So this is that, I would imagine this figure, this monarch, actually, for lack of a better word, destroying the rebellers and the dissenters. One did make a pilgrimage in search of a family evaporated in the dark, stolen by the despot, a journey made all the worse, having his eyes gouged. He left without the gifts of sight to face his true destroyer. So he's trying to get revenge for his loss of eyesight. Across the land he walked with death, parading his ossuary. Upon reaching the castle walls, a twist of fate, his mind balks. Sit down, weary traveler, I am what you seek. Join me in a meal, to hear of my repentance, lift the veil from your eyes and look beyond the three. Now you know the truth behind its tetrachromacy. Tetrachromacy. There was some sort of twist there. I can't quite catch it. It says here in the notes, the final track of the Horology trilogy, the song begins by describing the despotic hermit king and his destruction of the insurrectionist inner cell. Oh, like a cell of people, like the inner cell who were rebelling against the king. The king wins that battle, that fight, and okay, well that makes a little bit more sense. Well, sometimes you just gotta read. Anyways, great music. Let me know what you guys thought of the tracks, so you can let me know in the comments below. Thank you as always for being here. I appreciate you joining me, whether it's each and every day, each day, or just some of the days. Or maybe this is the first and last day. Thank you for stopping by. Come back tomorrow if you wish, and as you please, and I'll be here for sure. Hope you will be too. Bye, guys.